Hey YouTube, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I thought I'd share with you just a very simple recipe, but yet it's oh so delicious on these cold winter nights we've got coming ahead of us. It's a dessert, and if you can wait that long, you could actually freeze it and eat it later. It's an apple crisp. It's simple, but it's delicious with some vanilla ice cream on top. So stay tuned and I will show you how to do that. Okay guys, to get started with our apple crisps, I have sliced up 7 medium-sized apples, and they could be any kind of apples you'd like. I got what's on sale, and I actually don't even remember what kind they are, but they're red and they look great. So to my 7 apples that I have diced up, relatively the same size, nothing special, nothing fancy. In fact, I kept this skins on because they don't bother me. Now if you don't like the skins, feel free to peel them off. That's fine, completely personal preference. But to this I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, a half of a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a 1/4 cup of sugar. And I'm going to mix that up as best I can. This is just to kind of flavor our apples, sweeten them up a little bit. Give it a good stir. Try to get all of the apples coated as best you can. This is kind of a dump dish, so it doesn't really have to be perfect. It's going to taste great, I promise. Okay, now I have 2 of my freezer ready disposable tins here. Now I use, these are 12 by 6s, 12 by 6 or 4. They're the little warming trays that you can pick up at Sam's Club, and my husband and I picked up a package of 30. I can't remember exactly how many they were, but they're perfect for us. It is just the 2 of us, so when I make my freezer meals, these are usually the ones that I go to, simply because there's not a lot left over, usually 1 serving or maybe 2 servings left over of any given dish, and just enough for leftovers the next day and not enough for like a bunch, because who wants a bunch of leftovers? Okay, you're going to liberally spray these with some cooking spray. You can easily use a 9x9. I believe you'd probably still get choose 2 dishes out of a 9x9. So you can use 2 9x9s if you like. Alright, to that I'm just going to half my apples. Sprinkle them all into the one pan and then the other. That looks about even. Maybe we'll give this guy a little bit more. Okay. We're going to go ahead and just set those aside for right now while we make the topping that goes on top. You'll need a pretty big, good sized bowl. And to that we're going to add 2 cups of brown sugar, 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of oats. Maybe I should have got a bigger bowl here. 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon and 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg. The nutmeg is optional. I kind of like it. It gives it kind of a holiday flair. Mix that up really nicely. Oh, and actually I need 1 cup of melted butter. You know what? My butter is not quite melted. I'm going to bring you back when it's completely melted. Sorry guys. Okay, my butter's just about melty. So that's 2 cups of melted butter. Pour it all on top. And then you just start mixing away. It should form a nice crumble, about the consistency of like wet sand. I would suggest a wooden spoon of some kind, because then you're going to really be able to get through it, and at one point you might even have to use our fingers. Who Who said baking wasn't messy? I don't think anyone. There we go. It's starting to form a nice consistency. Maybe a little wetter than wet sand. That's okay. It's all gonna cook up really nicely in the oven. Get nice and bubbly and gooey. This is so good, you guys, especially in these cold winter nights. And it's nice because you can freeze them, so you can make them up maybe one on a Saturday afternoon and enjoy it that one serving that evening. And then put the other in the freezer, and then later on in the week or the month, bring it out when you come home from work and don't feel it cooking, but you want something nice and homemade and warm. All right. We're looking good. Okay, I'm just gonna sprinkle the mixture over the top of my apples. Just kind of crumble it as best you can. This one's kind of messy, but that adds to the charm, I promise. I hope your guys' Thanksgivings were nice. Whatever you ended up doing, I hope you enjoyed your holiday. It's not quite Thanksgiving yet while I'm filming, but almost. My family coming in. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I'm making this, because I thought, you know, while my family's here, I don't want to be cooking an awful lot, but I want them to have something nice. Maybe one night when we're decorating the Christmas tree or decorating something, afterwards I'm gonna get a nice good dessert, maybe a hot chocolate, watch a Christmas movie. I think that sounds like a perfect night. Just kind of evenly distribute the crumble over each of the tins or apple mixture. There we go. All right. Now to this, I'm gonna just simply put it in a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. Kind of check it halfway through. Maybe it might take 40 minutes, but usually about 30 minutes. You don't want it to burn. If you find that it's getting too brown on the top, just feel free to put a piece of tin foil right on top, and it should kind of stop that browning while it's still cooking. Now, that's for tonight. Now, the one that I'm gonna freeze, I will simply put a piece of tin foil right on top. Actually, I usually double tin foil it just so it kind of doesn't get freezer burn on me. And just so I know what it is, I always just put what's in there. So I'll put Apple Crisp, the date that I have made it, and then from your cooking instructions on the bottom. So from thawed, I'm going to put it 350-degree oven for 30 to 40 minutes. All right, and now it's ready for my freezer. So I have one to enjoy later and one to enjoy tonight. So I will bring you back when we are done cooking, and I will show you how delicious this looks. Okay guys, it has been just over 30 minutes. I'd say about 32, 33. The timer went off and I was on the phone. It is a nice golden brown on top, and it should be beautiful ooey gooey goodness inside. Let's see if I can, oh yeah, that's done. Alright guys, that is it for my easy freezer friendly apple crisp. I'm going to top this with some ice cream or some whipped cream. Either way, it's going to be delicious. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe, and if you did, give me a thumbs up, and if you like it even more, feel free to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any other tasty treats I might have in the future. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed and have a great night, okay? Bye-bye.